I'm Mats Meerman. My wife Judy Knox and I own a small company called Out on Bale Unlimited that is a resource for straw bale construction.
And right about that time, we, just through some friends, began to hear about straw bales as a way of building, and it seemed sort of a joke initially, and lots of comments about little pigs and so forth.
There are two basic methods that have been used for straw bale construction. There's the historic Nebraska style.
It was the first Nebraska-style building to have been built out of Nebraska since the 20s.
The history of straw bale construction appears to start in Nebraska.
And on the backside is Nebraska style.
So this house is built with the Nebraska style.
It was a little more of a hassle than the Nebraska style, I believe.
We were pretty broke. It's probably the poorest we've been in a long time. We had just no reserve, so whatever we built had to be cheap.
It's fairly crumbly still. There are things you could do to harden it up.
And the straw bales were wonderfully light, and I knew that my women friends would want to help, and so it was a perfect material for us to work with.
This is in case you're from Missouri or someplace else that would like to really see.
And we're looking at a passive solar straw bale home.
Adapted it to show the place's pedigree.
This we actually call the throne room for obvious reasons. There's our wonderful composting toilet. We invited 22 of our friends out from Tucson, many of whom had never even seen a bale of straw.
We had no problems getting insurance.
Did you tell them it was built of straw?
No.
Did they look at it? Did you send them pictures? Did you just describe
No, and I'm surprised he never came out to take a look at it.
We're using straw, so banks weren't interested. We invited a lot of people who were interested in straw, and I didn't know there were so many people interested in straw.
All of my sons and myself built the house.
Mm-hmm. How many sons do you have?
I have 9 sons.
9. And
5 girls.
5 girls, 9 sons?
9 sons and 5 girls.
Wow.
5 daughters.
So the whole thing was a family affair?
Right.
The house took actually just about a year to build, largely because, well, it's a big house, as you can see. The famous bale whacker that the builders just made up.
Do you have anything else to say about building with straw bales?
I like it.
Recent interest shown by architects and builders who have attended straw bale workshops makes us hopeful that their participation will enable us to get straw bale construction into the mainstream, where it really can make a difference in terms of our use of planetary resources.
Do you have any advice or suggestions or inspiration for anybody else who'd like to build with straw bales?
Yeah, go for it.
Things are really taking off.